Welcome back, fellow web creators and entrepreneurs. In this tutorial, I'm going to cover how to animate images in Adobe Premiere. Let's begin by dragging the image you wish to animate onto the timeline. Now make sure your image is selected on the timeline and head over to Effect Controls. In here, position the time marker to where you want your image to start moving. In this case, we'll animate from the very start. Adjust the position values left or right to move your image to where you want it to start the animation. Alternatively, you can double-click your image in the preview window and drag it to your desired location. Now back in the Effect Controls, click the stopwatch button next to the position value to create your first keyframe. This will represent the starting point of your animation. Next, position the time marker several seconds ahead to where you want your image to move. Then change the position values so the image is in the desired location for the second keyframe. Again, feel free to double-click your image and drag it to its new location from the preview window. Any movement will automatically create a second keyframe representing the second step in your image's animation. If you want to create additional animation movements, simply repeat the same steps. Position the timer where you want an additional animation keyframe. Again, move your image and a keyframe will automatically be created. Then simply rinse and repeat. But let's say you want the image to pause in between the second and the third keyframes. Hold the Alt key on your keyboard, Option key on Mac, then click and drag the second keyframe a few seconds to the right and let go. This clones the keyframe and its values. And because you've now added two keyframes with identical values spanning across several seconds, as you can see, the animation now stops and continues on its merry way. Lastly, you've probably noticed the movement looks a little stiff. To smooth out the movement between keyframes, simply select all keyframes, right-click on one of them, and hover over temporal interpolation. Any one of these options will help to smooth out your animation in some form. But for context, I'll quickly show you the behind-the-scenes effects of ease in and ease out. Next to your position value is a small drop-down arrow. This will reveal the advanced controls to manipulate the velocity of your animation. Say I want this image to ease out of the first keyframe. I simply right-click the first keyframe and choose Ease Out. As you can see, this has added a curve after the first keyframe. Then, to ease into the second keyframe, I right-click the second keyframe and choose Ease In. If I do the same with the last two keyframes, the animation will appear smoother transitioning in and out of keyframes. And that's it for this tutorial. I hope you learned something new. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.